All right, so today we're diving into a case, and it starts out like a pretty routine welfare check,
Hmm.
but it quickly kind of spirals out of control into this complex, multi-state investigation.
Right.
So we're going to be piecing together the mystery of Edna Subtles' disappearance.
Okay.
Now you might be thinking, okay, another missing person case, but
Yeah.
trust me, this one has some twists and turns you won't see coming.
Interesting. What's so captivating about this case is how these seemingly ordinary details
Right.
become these really critical clues, like pieces of a puzzle
Yeah.
that ultimately reveal this much darker picture.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
Edna Subtles was an 80-year-old woman
Okay.
from Travelers Rest, South Carolina.
Hmm.
But she wasn't your typical grandmother.
Oh.
She had this incredible zest for life, always active in her community. And get this,
Okay.
she was South Carolina's first female bail bonds agent.
Wow. And it's that vibrant personality that makes her sudden vanishing act
Right.
all the more unsettling. Imagine someone so full of life just disappearing without a trace.
Yeah. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed her whole.
Right.
So it all started when a friend, Mitzi, became concerned.
Okay.
Edna usually helped care for Mitzi's elderly mother every week.
Mm-hmm.
But on August 27th, 2021, she didn't show up.
And when police went to Edna's home to check on her, things just didn't add up.
Yeah.
There were no signs of forced entry,
Right.
but her car was gone, along with her purse and wallet, and her dog,
Right.
who she doted on,
Yeah.
was left alone.
It's those little details that start to paint a picture of something being terribly wrong.
Yeah,
It wasn't like Edna to just leave her dog unattended.
right.
And to make things even stranger, her bed was unmade, but the rest of the house was unusually tidy.
Almost as if someone had deliberately tried to make the place look presentable,
Right.
which in the context of a missing person case
Yeah.
is a huge red flag.
Huge red flag.
Those details, coupled with Edna's age and the fact that she relied on regular medication,
Okay.
prompted the police to issue a silver alert.
So essentially, they cast this wide net, hoping that someone,
Mhm.
somewhere, had seen Edna or her car.
Right.
And as luck would have it, an off-duty deputy who happened to be listening to his police scanner
Mm-hmm.
had a light bulb moment.
Okay.
He remembered seeing Edna's Jeep at a Best Western hotel a few days earlier.
Talk about a stroke of luck.
Yeah.
That deputy's attentiveness was crucial.
Oh, yeah.
It gave investigators a solid lead to follow,
Right.
and they rushed to the hotel, hoping for the best, but prepared for the worst.
But when they arrived, Edna was nowhere to be found.
Right.
The only thing waiting for them was her Jeep and a whole lot of unsettling questions.
Yeah. So they reviewed the hotel's security footage, and there he was,
Okay.
a man wiping down Edna's Jeep and adjusting the driver's seat.
Now imagine you're the investigator.
Yeah.
You're looking at this footage, and every instinct is screaming that this man is connected to Edna's disappearance.
Absolutely.
But who is he?
It's like those crime shows where they zoom in on a grainy image
Right.
and suddenly, bam, they have their suspect.
Right.
But real-life investigations are rarely that simple.
Rarely that simple.
It takes meticulous work, connecting the dots, and sometimes a bit of luck.
Yeah.
In this case, the man's movements were tracked from the hotel to a nearby Food Lion parking lot.
Okay, so we've got a mysterious man, a missing 80-year-old, and now a grocery store.
Yeah.
What happens next?
Well, not exactly armloads, but there was one purchase that caught their eye.
Okay.
4 strawberry yogurts.
Yeah.
And here's where the plot thickens. The security footage shows this man meeting Edna in the parking lot.
Wait, they saw Edna on camera. I thought she was missing.
She was, but this footage was from before her disappearance.
Right.
And it shows something even more disturbing. Edna appears to be incapacitated while they were together, both in her car and the man's silver sedan.
So this wasn't some friendly grocery run.
Right.
Something was seriously wrong.
Yeah.
How did they identify this man? Did someone recognize him?
No, but remember those loyalty cards most of us use at grocery stores?
Oh, yeah.
Turns out this mystery man used his at Food Lion,
Okay.
and that seemingly insignificant detail cracked the case wide open.
Wow.
Police were able to use the loyalty card information to identify him as Daniel Prince.
Daniel Prince. That name rings a bell.
It might. Remember how I mentioned this case takes a dark turn?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out Daniel Prince had a prior conviction for kidnapping.
A convicted kidnapper.
Yeah.
This is where my casual curiosity turns into full-blown concern.
Right.
So what happened next? Did they find Edna at Prince's place?
Police moved quickly to apprehend Prince at his home in North Carolina.
Okay.
And here's another layer to this story.
Okay.
His wife was completely oblivious.
Oh, wow.
She had no idea about any of this about the man she was living with.
It's a chilling reminder that we never truly know the people around us, do we?
Right.
This guy was living a double life. A seemingly ordinary husband,
Right.
while allegedly kidnapping women on the side.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling.
It really is.
So while investigators were searching Prince's property,
Yeah.
they didn't immediately find Edna.
Right.
But another unsettling detail emerged.
Okay.
A debit card belonging to another missing woman,
Mm-hmm.
Nancy Rigo.
Now, investigators' minds were heading in the direction that we might be dealing with a potential serial offender.
Wait, another missing woman?
Mm-hmm.
This is starting to feel like something out of a nightmare.
Yeah.
Are we talking about a potential serial offender here?
That's exactly the direction investigators' minds were heading.
Right.
But Prince, despite being caught with this incriminating evidence,
Right.
remained calm, denying any involvement and offering conflicting alibis.
Oh, wow.
He was playing a dangerous game of cat and mouse.
It's amazing how some people can be so manipulative, so capable of deceit.
Right.
But what about Edna? Did they ever find any trace of her at his property?
No, not at first.
Okay.
It wasn't until Prince's wife decided to sell the property and friends were helping her clear out some belongings that the most disturbing discovery was made.
Okay, before you go on, I think I need to prepare myself.
Okay.
This is where things take an even darker turn, isn't it?
You could say that inside the Beehive, they found Edna's belongings, her gun, her purse, her medication,
Okay.
even an empty strawberry yogurt container.
A beehive. Of all the places to hide evidence, it's almost too bizarre to believe.
Right.
But this discovery must have been a huge break in the case.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This seemingly random location revealed Prince's cunning
Right.
and his chilling ability to compartmentalize his actions.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Okay.
His wife was allergic to bees, so he knew she'd never go near that beehive.
It's as if he was hiding in plain sight, taunting the investigators with this twisted game.
Mm-hmm.
But it also raises the question, why go through all that trouble to hide the evidence
Right.
if he was just going to deny everything?
That's a question that goes to the heart of criminal psychology.
Right.
Was it a sense of control? A way to maintain a facade of normalcy?
Right.
We can only speculate.
Yeah.
But what's certain is that this discovery shifted the balance of power in the investigation.
So what happened after they found Edna's belongings? Did Prince finally crack and confess?
Faced with overwhelming evidence, Prince realized the game was up.
Okay.
He struck a chilling deal.
Okay.
He would lead police to Edna's body in exchange for avoiding a lengthy trial.
Wow.
He claimed he wanted to spare his wife further embarrassment and serve his time in federal prison.
It sounds like he was still trying to control the narrative, even in defeat.
Right.
Did the authorities agree to his terms?
They did.
Wow.
After months of logistical planning, Prince provided a hand-drawn map to his lawyer,
Okay.
who then gave it to the investigators.
My hand-drawn map, that doesn't exactly scream reliable witness.
Right.
I can only imagine the frustration and anxiety investigators must have felt.
Absolutely. Especially considering that Prince's property spanned over 200 acres.
Right.
The first attempt to locate Edna's remains using his map proved unsuccessful.
So what happened? Did they give up?
No, they brought Prince himself to the property.
Wow.
He led them directly to the spot where he had buried Edna.
It must have been a surreal and chilling experience for everyone involved.
It's a testament to the dedication and resilience of the investigators.
Right.
They weren't going to rest until Edna was found and brought home.
This is just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But at least her family could finally lay her to rest and begin to heal.
Right.
Did the investigators share any details about that moment?
Yes, investigator Walter, who led the investigation,
Okay.
personally drove back to Greenville to inform Edna's children.
Wow.
It was a deeply personal gesture,
Yeah.
going above and beyond to offer some solace amidst this unimaginable tragedy.
It's a reminder that even in the darkest cases, there's still humanity,
Right.
compassion, and a commitment to bringing peace to those who have suffered. But finding Edna's remains was only part of the puzzle.
Right.
They still needed to understand how she died
Mm-hmm.
and what drove Prince to commit this horrific act.
Right. The why is a question that always lingers in these cases.
Absolutely.
But remember those strawberry yogurts Prince bought?
Yeah, you mentioned those will be important later.
Well, police learned from his wife that he actually hated strawberry yogurt.
Oh, wow.
It was never meant for him.
So he bought them for Edna.
Right.
But why?
Investigators believe that Prince crushed up some of Edna's medication,
Right.
which, remember, was found in the Beehive,
Yeah.
and laced the yogurts with it.
Wow.
Tests confirmed the presence of the medication in the discarded yogurt container.
So he used her own medication to drug her. That's incredibly disturbing.
Right.
And it speaks to a level of premeditation that's truly chilling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It points to a carefully planned act, not a crime of passion.
Right.
Once Edna was incapacitated, he likely suffocated her with the plastic bag they found near the Beehive, and then drove her body to North Carolina to bury it.
This entire story is so unsettling.
Yeah.
What could possibly drive someone to do something like this?
The question of motive is always complex.
Yeah.
But in this case, investigators believe Prince's primary motivation was financial gain.
Okay.
Remember the debit card belonging to Nancy Rigo?
Yes, the other missing woman.
Yeah.
Is there a connection?
It seems so.
Okay.
Prince had been impersonating Nancy and using her Social Security benefits to steal money.
Oh, wow.
Investigators believe he targeted Edna and potentially other missing women
Okay.
for similar reasons, exploiting their vulnerabilities for his own financial gain.
It's a stark reminder that predators often target the most vulnerable members of society. But what happened to the other missing women?
Right.
Did they ever find any trace of them?
Sadly, no.
Oh.
While there was evidence linking Prince to Nancy Rigo, Dolores Serres, and Lee Goodman,
Right.
he was never officially charged with any crimes related to them.
So he's serving a life sentence for Edna's murder.
Right.
But the families of these other women may never get the answers they deserve.
It's a tragic reality of this case.
Yeah.
The investigation might be closed, but the pain and unanswered questions remain.
It's a stark reminder that justice doesn't always provide complete closure.
That's true.
Yeah.
But we also have to acknowledge the dedication of the investigators,
Right.
who tirelessly pieced together this complex puzzle,
Yeah.
from the initial welfare check to the chilling discovery in the Beehive,
Right.
ultimately leading to Prince's arrest and conviction.
This case is a testament to their commitment, their attention to detail,
Right.
and their unwavering pursuit of justice for Edna and her loved ones.
Absolutely.
This deep dive has taken us through a roller coaster of emotions, from the initial mystery to the horrific discoveries,
Yeah.
and ultimately to a bittersweet resolution.
It certainly has.
Yeah.
And it's a reminder that even seemingly ordinary situations can spiral into unimaginable tragedies. But it's also a reminder that there are dedicated individuals working tirelessly behind the scenes
Right.
to bring criminals to justice and offer some semblance of peace to those affected by these horrific acts. You know, as we've been discussing this case,
Right.
what stands out to me is how seemingly insignificant details played a crucial role in uncovering the truth.
Absolutely.
Who would have thought a grocery store loyalty card
Right.
would lead to a killer?
Right.
Or that a simple purchase of strawberry yogurt could become a key piece of evidence?
It's a stark reminder that in these investigations, nothing can be dismissed as trivial.
Right.
Every detail, no matter how small,
Right.
could be a piece of the puzzle.
Exactly.
And speaking of details, I keep coming back to that beehive.
Right.
The fact that Prince chose a beehive to hide Edna's belongings.
Right.
What do you make of that?
It's a fascinating detail, isn't it?
Yeah.
On the surface, it seems random, almost bizarre. But when you consider the fact that his wife was allergic to bees,
Right.
it takes on a whole new level of meaning.
Yeah.
It speaks to his calculated nature,
Right.
his awareness of his surroundings,
Yeah.
and his ability to manipulate those around him.
It's as if he was hiding in plain sight, playing this twisted game with investigators. Yeah. It's also a reminder that criminals,
Yeah.
especially those who engage in these types of calculated acts,
Right.
often have a distorted perception of reality.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They create their own narratives, their own justifications for their actions.
Right.
And in Prince's case,
Yeah.
that narrative seems to have been driven by a desire for control,
Right.
for power,
Yeah.
and for financial gain.
This case has certainly been a journey,
It has.
filled with unexpected twists and turns.
Yeah.
And while Prince is behind bars,
Right.
the mystery surrounding Nancy Rigo, Dolores Serres, and Lee Goodman continues to cast a long shadow.
It's a sobering reminder that even with a conviction, there can be a sense of unfinished business, a lingering question of what if.
Yeah.
These unsolved cases serve as a reminder that there are still stories out there waiting to be told,
Right.
mysteries waiting to be unraveled.
And for the families of these missing women,
Yeah.
the search for answers continues.
It's a testament to the strength and resilience of those families
Yeah.
who continue to hold on to hope, even in the face of such tragedy.
And this deep dive has underscored the importance of awareness,
Right.
of paying attention to those around us,
Mm,
and of recognizing the signs that someone might be in danger.
you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's also a reminder that knowledge is power.
Right.
The more we understand about these types of crimes,
Right.
the more we can do to protect ourselves and our loved ones.
This case has certainly given us a lot to think about.
It has.
It's a reminder that the world can be a complex
Yeah.
and sometimes dangerous place,
Right?
but it's also a reminder that there are dedicated individuals working tirelessly to bring justice to those who have been wronged.
Absolutely.
So if you're interested in learning more about this case,
Yeah.
we encourage you to do some research.
Hmm.
There's a wealth of information available online, including articles, news reports,
Right.
and even podcasts dedicated to exploring the dark world of Daniel Prince
Yeah.
and the lives he impacted.
Absolutely.
So on that note,
Okay.
we'll leave you with a final thought.
Right.
If you could ask Daniel Prince one question,
Mm-hmm.
what would it be?
Mm-hmm.
What unanswered question weighs most heavily on your mind? Think about it, and until next time, stay curious,
Stay informed.
stay informed, and stay safe.